Welcome to Carousels of New York City. Developed within a graduate digital humanities and data visualization course at the CUNY Graduate Center, our project uses critical digital mapping to examine a whimsical yet stratified landscape, the spatial distribution of New York City's carousels. While these machines are icons of nostalgia, our interactive exhibit reveals a sobering reality. Access to play is deeply tied to zip codes and income brackets. By layering geospatial data with demographic markers like household composition, we're making the spatial injustice of public amenities visible. We've built this as both a scholarly analytical instrument and a practical community resource, proving that minimal digital approaches can tackle massive equity issues. But before we take this project for a spin, let's meet the team behind the maps. My name is Kelly Karst, and I developed the idea for this project based on observations from going to several New York City's carousels with my toddler.
Hi, my name is Julissa Russo, and I worked on our logo as well as our social media.
My name is Leonard Santos, and I worked on the website and our outreach.
And Carla Ordonez was in charge of digital management and was our digital cartographer. Carla couldn't make it for this presentation, but their work on this map was key to the whole project. Speaking of the map, we used ArcGIS story maps, using a map from their shared collection that layers census tract data on median family income and poverty levels across the 5 boroughs. Over this demographic landscape, we pinned all 14 New York carousels. Each pin served a dual purpose. It's a data point of spatial injustice, but also a practical guide which features basic visitor information like the address and entry fees for families seeking to visit. For those wanting to go beyond the map, we've integrated links to our individual field research blogs for a deeper dive into each carousel.
We each researched and visited some carousels. We have the full experience doing the travel, purchasing the tickets, enjoying the rides, and taking lots of photos and videos. We personalized our website by blogging about our experience, and all the data we collected during our exploration was stored on Google Drive. As stated, we also mapped all of the carousels on the ArcGIS story maps, which is where we used the demographics from the American Community Survey from 2016 to 2020, median family income by the census tract.
To host our project, we registered the domain Carousels of NYC.com and built a website using CUNY's Academic Commons WordPress. We had 3 goals for the website. First, we aimed to make the website easy to understand and navigate across various internet speeds and devices so that our users could use it wherever they were. We achieved this by creating a simple, responsive design that worked for both desktops and mobile devices. Second, our website also needed to properly present the data visualizations we created, which we ended up doing by embedding our ArcGIS map on one of the pages as previously mentioned. Finally, as you've already seen, the website contains detailed information on each carousel we studied in the form of blog posts written by the members of our team. Throughout this project, our outreach team built excitement with the general public through various efforts. First, we reached out to multiple organizations and community groups to try getting more viewership and input on our project, along with research entities for assistance on crafting our work. Our team reached out to newsletters and newspapers such as New York Family Newsletter, NYC Tourism, Time Out, and the New York Times. We found that all of them had a fairly steep advertising price, with the lowest one listed at $500. We redirected our efforts towards community groups that are primarily run on social media or independent sites, such as Park Slope Parents, Brooklyn Bridge Parents, Mommy Poppins, and the Hudson River Park Mothers. They either did not respond or had a similar price point. It was at this point that we pivoted towards targeting the social media accounts of the carousels themselves, the parks that hosted them, or nearby attractions. We found much more success through this measure, and in the future, we aim to continue our outreach for change by presenting our site and research to city developers and nonprofit organizations.
We promoted the fun, whimsical project in a couple of ways. The primary form of engagement was via Instagram. This allowed us to connect with tourists, families, and other carousel enthusiasts. Highlights were created per borough for viewers to get a glimpse of the carousels and easily visit the social media accounts connected to the carousels. The posts created were centered around topics like our carousel visits slash blog posts, meeting the team, our website launch, and our showcase. And additionally, the Did You Know? The second form was by sharing bookmarks from when visiting the carousels within academia and also with other enthusiasts. The bookmarks have our website and our QR code linked on our site.
So, what did a deep dive into the carousels teach us about digital humanities? Beyond the data, we learned that centering joy can be a form of resistance. We discovered that by focusing on children's access to play, we can challenge the very frameworks of urban planning that often marginalize low-income families in an engaging and practical way. We move from simply documenting disparity to offering concrete recommendations for equitable fee structures and inclusive placement in the analytics section of our website. Ultimately, this project taught us that DH is at its best when it centers community needs, reminding us that the right to joy shouldn't be a luxury item. Thank you for joining us on this ride. We're happy to take any questions or talk more about our mapping methodology during the Q&A.